What's up, guys? It's Aiden with Tunestone, and it's time for an album review. This time it is Head Rush by Channel Trace, and this is his fourth studio album. Quite an interesting move for the artist, still staying in his genre, but making it more accessible, more fun, and more interesting. Let's get into it. The self-titled and starting track Head Rush has these interesting funky bass lines, and Channel Trace's vocals almost work as an instrument too, fading in and out to create this complex space. The song is fun, low-key, and the drums on this whole album are solid, but this is a great starting place for them. It really sets our expectations for the rest of the album. The switch up is clean, mesmerizing, just keeps us in this nice trance. I don't know. And if you thought the album was going to stay low-key, you're wrong. Because then we have Black and Mild, which is just this head-banging, crazed, freaky song. I mean, empty my guts like a Black and Mild. It feels like Brockhampton and Paris, Texas had a baby, yet it stays in Channel Trace's form. I mean, he makes it original. He makes it his own. The keyboard in the back is this nice, beautiful accent to these hard drums and hard bass, and even though the lyrics can be repetitive at times with hard songs like this, I mean, it kind of is what you expect now in the industry. I mean, if we look at Playboi Carti, half the song is the same lyrics, so I can't really get too upset at this hard song just having the same chorus over and over again. The third track on the album, Joyful Noise, definitely lives up to its name with these mesmerizing vocals in the background with these slick drums. Trace has been showing us his vocal range and he's killing it. He sounds clean. There are also moments in the song when the beat just fades out for a few moments and then it comes back in, and when it comes back in, it just makes it feel so much better, even though it's not really changing, and it just shows you how powerful the beat really is. I mean, every song so far has just been its own production, its own thing. It doesn't feel like we're just gonna have the same monotonous sound the whole time. The interlude Traffic is really just a short song, but we'll call it an interlude anyway. The keyboard is fun and groovy, but I really feel like his vocals are what's directing us in the song. They're the ones giving us direction and motion, telling us where to put our attention. The motion is just good with this song. It has a nice sway, and then it just evolves into these extended notes with this undertone of bubbling drums. I can't explain it. It's such a weird, funky sound, but you're just taken away to a distant land. I don't know. It's mesmerizing. It's just nasty. Cactus Water has a nice bass. I feel like the strong suits of these songs are definitely the bass and the drums. I think he just knows how to have a beat, but this song feels a tad bit corny. I like the background vocals, but the lyrics just feel dated. I don't know. I mean, it's fun. The song gets me moving, but I feel like if this came out in the early 2000s, it would have blown up to another level. But for now, in 2024, I don't know, man. It feels corny. Maybe it's just a song that's not for me. I don't know what it is. And then Candy Paint has our first feature on the album with Mr. Thundercat. And oh man, this pair is perfect for each other. I mean, their voices just complement each other in such a unique and interesting way that only they could accomplish together. There are jazzy notes on the keyboard that just make the song abstract yet fresh, and then the funky underwater drums just keep us bumping. The background sounds are also fun, but damn, the honking gets me every time I'm in the car. Every time I think that someone is behind me just honking at me. Bergen with Barney Bones just has the nastiest electric keyboard and these fast beat drums. I mean, it's like a hazy fever dream that you're thrown into, yet you're vibing the whole time. This song gives me really hard Terraria vibes. I feel like they sampled it at some point in the song, even though they probably didn't. Every aspect of the song is fun. Barnes really holds his own with Channel Trace, and it's just an equal footing and just a fun, good time between the two, and I like just seeing the dynamic. I think the features on this album are a strong suit because he just has so many different types of voices coming in and giving it their all, and I appreciate every single one of them. Hole Mole with Ty Dolla $ign is definitely a very catchy song. I think that the chorus is nice. I like the little voice samples going on, but the instrumental just kind of feels empty here. I mean, especially with the production that we've seen, I just came to already expect more. The issue isn't that the beat isn't fun. It is fun, but it's the same thing for 2 minutes and 30 seconds. And on that initial track, we got just these twists and these turns, and the whole album and all the songs are always changing. It feels like there isn't a lot of constants, but this one just doesn't move anywhere. I mean, from chorus to verse to bridge, it's all just the same. It's a nice funky little drum and bass per usual, but I mean, compared to the rest of the album, it's like, where is the motion? Where's the direction? I need some evolution going on here. The chorus, probably the best part of the song, and that's good, but I mean, compared to all that's left in this album, it's meh. And speaking of switch ups, we have I'm Him, which has this like soft piano with these hazy synths, and then it reminds you of a Tyler song almost, and then 30 seconds in, boom, completely different song. We get like a fun, funky keyboard with these creative, just nasty drums. I mean, the drums are always nasty on this album. I can't say it enough. This song is definitely going back into that low-key vibe, but I stay bobbing my head. I mean, Channel Trace has like the same vocal range for this song that he has for a few others, but I'm still not getting bored of it, I think, because of the variety of each songs, and even if he does stay within the same range for most of them, with the different beats, it just keeps me entertained. And then we get this slow trip-hop beat switch where the drums really elevate us and bring us to another level, but then the soft little piano notes kind of come down and ground us. It's a really interesting switch up, especially for this album. But I mean, yeah, Channel Trace is him. And then we have Chain Hang Low with our man Tizo Touchdown. I feel like at first with this song, we're given this nice uplifting piano and these funky ass drums, but then it like becomes more of a video game-esque beat. I would call this one the most experimental track on the album. I mean, they just keep having a weird variability. They keep changing the sound over and over and over again. And the rapping from both artists is just clean. But then we get the switch up partway through, and it's dirty. The beats are just nasty with this skipping drum beat that just takes you all around town. I mean, they really went full send with this one, and it pays off. It is a fun, interesting, fresh, funky track from the two of them. Need You to Know with Raven Lene is the next one, and this is just truly a sexy song. The beat, tantalizing, and even though the beat doesn't switch and it stays mostly consistent, I don't get bored for a second because of how sexy and nice it is. I mean, I just can't stop. And then Raven sounds great, but I kind of wish there was more of her on this song. Her voice is just so beautiful, and I feel like she really worked well over this beat, so I would have wanted her to feature more on it rather than just be like a special guest for a few seconds. Two Ways is a weird one because the piano in the background kind of sounds like it could be a tech expo, like Mark Zuckerberg's about to show us a new piece of something. But then we get these skipping record sounds that pull it all together, and Channel sounds sweet over it, especially during the chorus. I just can't get enough of his sound on this chorus. Oh man. The verses are okay, but like I said, the chorus is what we're here for. I wish the beat evolved a little bit, especially because of that Tex Expo weird vibe, but the song was fine. It just kind of stops at fine. Then we have Aspen with Toro y Moi. I think that's how you say it. I don't know, but I do love their music. I think that Channel Trace is really picking and choosing his features, and man, they hit every time. This song has a nice dance beat, very house music-esque. The drums are fun, and per usual, they just make you want to dance. They make you want to have fun. This song definitely adds to the variability of the album, which I appreciate very much. I mean, like, he just goes for a different sound with so many of these songs. Toro definitely matches his song very well. I think that each artist really matches their songs. Like, it was all built for them. And it's especially the case here. I mean, the chorus is fun, and even though there's no real words, it's just catchy. The song has good motion, and it keeps the listener in. It made me want to keep listening to this album. The variability makes it so you don't get bored for a second. You're always having fun. You're always interested. You're always intrigued at what's coming next, because it's only going to get weirder and better. And then we have a beautiful feature from Estelle on the track We Hungry. The beat of the song is a mixed bag, though. The drums are great per usual, but then the guitar and keyboard just kind of sound like royalty-free YouTube music. I was confused. It didn't sound original or like Channel Trace at all. It was weird. There are these long sci-fi notes though that help make the song fun, but the beat is just not for me overall. And then we get these like inspirational horns that come in, and they sound pretty good, honestly, but I don't know. I mean, with the rest of the beat, it just feels weird. The highlight of the song is definitely Estelle, and I wish she was on more of the song because she just like sounds so good over this beat. Like you wouldn't expect it, but she still kills it, eats it up, and leaves no crumbs left. So I don't know. Like I said, it's a mixed bag. You got this weird ass instrumental, but then you have someone who sounds so good over it. I swear, this album had to have video game influences because of the song type starts out super video gamey. We do get these like little classy rap drums over it that change the vibe completely, but the keyboard and these little noise samples just sound straight out of an arcade machine. I mean, and his flow is just nasty over this one, and his little chorus section sounds wonderful to the ear. His voice is buttery smooth. But yeah, the video game influences, I see you. I see what's going on, and I love it. I like the sounds, but I don't know. This song does kind of fall a little bit short. It's not bad, but like compared to the other ones and the other ones that have video game influences, this one is it's just hard to keep making bangers for an entire album. Except when you have a song like Old Daytonas with Water, I think that's how you say his name, W-A-T-R. The beat is uplifting, but then we get this spacey keyboard and these stretched out beats that just make the song floaty and mesmerizing. The chorus is fun, and even though it's just the same phrase over and over and over again, I'm still not tired of it somehow. Water sounds fun, but Channel eats this shit up and leaves no crumbs once again. The vocal range of this song is just a real strong suit for it, and it's a really solid song. If anything, it's too short. This whole album is too short, only 43 minutes. I could go on a whole rant about how albums just keep getting shorter and shorter, and it's taken away from the experience, but you know what? I'm not going to talk about it with this album because it still fucks. The final track on the album here has this really nice voice sample going on like a lot of the other songs do, but then we get these crazy samba drums that at some points when I first listened to it overwhelmed me, but they're still solid. The guitar is smooth, like resembling these romantic R&B songs, and the lyrics are just real and raw. He's really got something he's trying to say, a message he's trying to convey, which is good for the cap of your album. I mean, you want to end off with a point. I mean, the song wasn't my favorite compared to the other ones, but I think for a cap of the album, it's pretty solid. And I mean, it's not a bad track by any means, but I'm just saying this album is banging. So when you have a song like this, it's, you know, it just kind of falls behind compared to the rest. I mean, for a fourth album, this is actually insanely impressive to me. The album is consistent, it's catchy, the features all ate it up. Channel Trace ate it up on every single song. He proved that it's him. The production quality, clean. The instrumentals, clean. The drums, my favorite part of the fucking album. I mean, the drums rock out every single time. You guys have heard me. There is great variability in this album. There's just so much going on, so many different sounds, so many different influences. Just a great mix-up of inspirations and feelings and thoughts. There are a few songs that I felt like fell behind, but that's going to happen when you have an album of bangers. I'm going to give this one 8 glue sticks out of 10 glue sticks. Thank you, Channel Trace. Thank you, YouTube. I'll see you guys later. Bye.